Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. Today I'll be showing you guys how to make these straight beads on this dress. As you can see, it's very beautiful. Now this is the finished part of the beadings. If you notice, there are two sizes of beads on this dress, the smaller size and the bigger size at the end part. Now this is how the inside of the dress will look like, and this is how the outer part will be like. So you have to finish beading before you turn it over with a lining to cover that rough inside that you're seeing here. Now if you look closely, you will notice I put two big beads after the smaller ones on the straight line. That's because that's just the design, the style I want to do. You can decide to put one. This is the big size I used, and the other one is the small size of beads that I use. If you're using one, feel free. If you're using more than two, feel free. It just gives you a different finish. But this one I made here, as you can see on the video, was just two at the tip of the bead. Now this is what I used. I used the fishing line 0.35, and this is the beading needle. Beading needle is different from normal hand sewing needle. It's very tiny, and it also depends on the fishing line size you want to use. There are some sizes that will not enter. Now I made a chalk under to have a straight line. I used this 4 inches in between, up and down, and then I used 1.5 inch in the spacing. Now if you put the needle behind and punch it outside of the fabric to the good side before you start arranging your beads on it. That's just the simple logic. That's the tied part of the thread, as you can see. Then bring it out to the good side of the fabric and start putting your beads. Put as many as you want. That depends on how long you want it. You can stop at 10, you can stop at 20, but the length you're seeing on this my dress was 20, and you notice I had up to 4 steps. So as the step goes further, I kept adding to the length. Now after arranging the smaller size of beads, I added 2 pieces of the bigger size to the end part. The next thing is to try and stop it. Some persons use a stopper. Here, this is a stopper that I'm holding, as you can see. Then when you place one of that metal, that stopper, in your needle, you pass it through to where the bigger bead stopped here, and then you press it down with a plier, right? So my plier is not available at the moment, and I decided to use the second means of stopping, which is tying. Now watch me put the needle in the second bigger bead, not the first one. I placed it inside, brought it out, then put the needle on the smaller bead. Just watch. If you don't understand what I'm saying, just watch as I do. Then bring out the thread and it's tied. If you try to drag it, as you see me dragging, it won't come off because I've tied it. Now just to be sure, I went extra, cut the needle off the beads with leaving a little strand of fishing line, and then I tied that little small one I left. Then after tying, you cut with scissors. Mind you, whether you tie or not, it won't come off. This is just to be extra safe. So after tying, I cut off the excess with the scissors, and there you go. Your bead is ready. It's so simple, guys. Just follow a straight line as you see me doing. It's simple, but it's time consuming. After tying, there you go, guys, we are done, and this is the final look of the beadwork that we just did. So if you haven't subscribed, please endeavor to subscribe, like and share this video. See you in my next video, guys. Bye.